what is one particular benefit of trauma that I appreciate? Hello, and welcome to today's insight. And the one particular benefit of trauma that I appreciate is that it makes you appreciate life more. Now, why do I say that? Because today I had a long day. I went to work, then I I first had a coaching call, then I had work, then I went to Toastmasters, now I'm back. And so the full day full of ups and downs where my energy was peaking and flat. I had also reached a it's flat. That makes any sense at all. But the interesting thing is that even through those flats, even through those super highs and super lows, I still appreciate every single moment of my day. Now, that was not the case necessarily a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago, what generally happened was when something bad would happen, I would generally get in a downward moving spiral. What do I mean by that? Esther Hicks talks a lot about this. It's when you start thinking negative thoughts, negative things, and you just go down a negative cycle of, and you just go deeper and deeper and deeper into a well of negativity. Then the opposite is also correct. If you have something good that happens, you go into an upward spiral towards joy. So when I realize that I have complete control over my emotional feelings and what I feel during the day, I absolutely pivoted and made sure that I stayed in the upward, in the better feelings more of the time. Now, this is not to say that it happened in an instant. It could, but it's quite unlikely because you're so used to doing things one way until you lose that old habit and begin the new. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes energy. And so that time that it took me was a necessary portion of my journey, but I did it anyway because I knew that at the end of the tunnel I would get better and I would be better. And now my default mode is no longer pessimism, it's joy. It's actually looking forward to it. And I remember, like today, towards the end of Toastmasters, I, first of all, okay, everything just, when you are in a positive outlook on life, everything just lines up. And things line up in a good way because you are already thinking positively. And so you notice things that are positive and you pick up on them. And when you are in that mood, you also become very intuitive. Now, when you become very intuitive, you notice little hints and you know where your energy is being called. And what I did today was that I paid someone a compliment, and it I don't know if it lifted up her day, but it definitely lifted her mood in that moment. And it actually had such an uplifting energy that the energy between, like, what I mean by that is that the energy that was rushing, that was moving between us was very positive and it was very uplifting. And so it just made my, it ended my night on a very high note. Also, because I was on a very high note already, the evening the driver had Spanish music playing in the car, and I really like Spanish music because my father used to play it all the time. I'm not Spanish, but and we would listen to uh, Gypsy Kings, and Gypsy Kings came on, and I was like, yes! And I sang with the song because I know the songs, and it was fun, and I loved it. And then the sunset was super stupendous, right? And so I took the time to take a picture of the sunset that had the new crescent moon in the image, and I was like, oh my god, can this night get any better? And the thing is, tying it back to trauma, is that when you've been in the lowest point of your life, okay, you then are able to notice what your high points are, right? Well, not notice, but you'll know how to you'll know when you're at a low point, and so you pick yourself back up. You're like, I don't like this energy anymore. I'm not staying here. I'm going back up because that's what I like. That energy is amazing, and I'm staying there. And the more you get used to it, the more you will stay there. But it takes time for you to notice this difference, but and to clearly decide that you want to stay there, because a lot of people are stuck in drama and like drama. When there's no drama, they create the drama because they need it, they crave it. That's what they're used to living in. And so when you choose to elevate, it'll change the entire thing. So the benefit of having gone through a trauma is having actually decided that, you know what, this trauma, it no longer suits me. I rather stay up there. I know that what I mean to say is, when you've been at a low point, you're like, there's nothing, you can't go lower than that. So when you're at your lowest and you're like, I'm gonna make all the efforts in the world to get back up there, and you do put all your efforts to get back up there, and then once you do and you get back up there, when you dip, you're like, I'm not going back down there, so I'm gonna stay up here. And you do everything in your power to stay up here. So, is there something that you have noticed that makes you dip in your energy and you're like, oh hell no, girlfriend, I'm staying right here in my positive energy vibe? So that, what I want you guys to ponder is there something that you know, just no, that will make you dip from that awesome feeling and that you never want to go back to again? Ponder that.